They took you again.
Yeah, I wish.
You wish.
Yeah, maybe. Uh,
I don't like that cold.
It's too cold.
Yeah, how's your grandpa doing?
It's doing well. Just
What's he doing?
I don't know. Maybe.
Still in the hospital?
Yeah,
When will he be coming home?
I don't know yet. Hasn't
Will
been.
you let me know?
Yeah,
they're going to strike out. They don't strike
What's
out.
wrong with the company?
Where?
Well,
Please let me know so I don't forget.
yeah, I'll let you know.
Will you promise?
Searching for that finish
Always.
edge, right?
I never break one.
I like this sweeper. I don't think he gives it enough credit. I mean, I sit up here and say it looks nasty to me when I'm watching it on TV. I don't think I'd have any chance with it because he can start it right off the plate and end up outside third, and the hitter gives up on it. For a young pitcher figuring out what your best secondary pitches are, how I finish hitters, especially right-handed batters as a lefty pitcher. Soft ground ball charging McMillan over at first. And then the pick by Rice. Then they get Yorby for the final LSE big challenge. They will not challenge, so the out is made. Squared 1, 2, 3, 4. Technology in there, right?
Reading a new template.
This is the job for sponsor.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
So I got this friend who said T-Mobile's network used to suck. His words.
But things change. It turns out that now T-Mobile has the best network. I like a lot. Hey, dude, you won't believe what I am.
The DQ Blizzard Double Flip deal is here. Buy one Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents. 99 cents? That's bananas. The Blizzard Double Flip deal. Limited time. Get it in the DQ app.
Squared 1, 2, 3, 4. Technology in there, right?
Reading a new template.
This is the job for sponsor.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
Well, the Yankees behind 2-0 as they come up to bat the first inning against Max Meyer. Here is the order. Trent Richard, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger at the top. Cleaning up first baseman Ben Rice off to a great start. 8 wins in 6 games, hitting 409. John Carlos Stanton's first hit was gained yesterday. Looking at the DH batting 5th, batting 6th. Second baseman Jazz Chisholm Jr. And bottom third of the order, Austin Wells. Jose Caballero, behind the man is over at third. Looking to finish this right-handed pitcher, Max Meyer. You see last year, 12 starts. And a little bit of a mixed bag, but he's always had big potential going back. If you think about 2020, he was the first-round pick for the Marlins, 3rd in the nation. Nowadays, he's pitching off of his slider, and he had left hip surgery last June, and that is our Nissan pitcher scatter report. Trent Grisham started off. Puts him up 3 times in yesterday's home opener. Takes a pitch inside from Meyer. 27 years old, Meyer, his 4th league season. And injuries have been a constant in his career. 6 innings into 2022. Needed Tommy John surgery, came back in 2024. Shoulder bursitis ended the season early. And the last season, Dave mentioned, ended in June. He needed left hip surgery. He's only made 26 starts in those 3 or 4 years. I mean, it's got to be frustrating because he's got a great arm, got a great slider, but he can't stay healthy. So I find something interesting about his market with his strokes. When he starts, he's looking at home plate. He'll peek away for a second and then find the plate again. And I would think that would make it harder to throw strikes. It's a matter of preference. You know, one of the greatest strike throwers I ever saw was Ray Maddox. He did that. He would look down the middle of his delivery. A lot of times, if you stare at the target the whole time, it makes you rush to the target. So by looking away for a split second, it helps you stay over the rubber longer. Because that's the theory. For Pedro Martinez, you stare at the target the whole time. Ray Maddox looked down in the middle of his delivery. Good ball 4, so 3 walks yesterday. And he starts off the first inning with a walk. And that brings up Aaron Judge. So you look it away right there. You just check it. Make sure you stay back. That's really what that's about. For pitchers, keep from pressuring. It's simply a matter of preference. Got for the 2-run home run in the first inning yesterday. 21st inning home runs last year. He has 86 in his career. 0-1. Check out the Marlins feed brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Hernandez, Marcy, and Slater left right in the outfield. Sanoa, Lopez, Edwards, and Norby. Third diverse. Ramirez behind the plate. Jimenez the DH, and he can run. Juan Ramirez. 9.4% is his caught. Stealing percentage, that goes to the right field. Slater makes the ball. Every ball he hits in the air, everyone thinks it's a home run. It's amazing. It's Cody Bellinger. There's one thing that a lot of his other starters do for catchers, and that's the opening set of slide step. And that keeps a base runner, I got to be careful that I go on the right pitch. Now, Joe, both Ramirez and Hicks, who called yesterday, in terms of caught stealing, really bad idea. How much is that catcher and how much is that pitcher? Well, I'm going to blame it all on the pitcher, right? A lot of it can be on the pitcher. Now, I look at Ramirez. Ramirez has got a really good arm, but he's had a slow release, and they say that he's sped up this year. He's 1 for 5 this year. 4 stolen bases he's given it up. But a lot of times it has to do with how quick the guy is to hopefully even give you the chance. A lot of his catching numbers not great. He had 19 pass balls last year. His block is above average with minus 28. That's why they like him as a DH. Jump to a first, given there by Norby. He'll step on the bag, and Grisham advances the second. Let's check out the Mohegan Sun team scatter report. Well, there's a little difference of opinion here. The Miami Marlins are to throw the second fewest fastballs at only 44%. Blue Jays are 43. The Yankees are the most. It's 69. Line change. There's 4 guys who were on the bench yesterday or in the game today. Slater, Sonoma, Jimenez, and Hernandez. And I would think the Yankees would have the green light because of what Michael was talking about, 5 for 5. And these Marlins have given up 204 stolen bases since last year, 40 more than any other club. Ben Rice, home run and a double after striking out the first 3 times in yesterday's game. A lot of players were impressed with that he didn't just bag and say this is a bad day. He said, I wanted that golden ball. I want that big bat. I don't believe I can turn around my game. Yeah, that's a great attitude. And obviously, I think he's got a great head on his shoulders. He is a patient hitter that knows the strike zone and just makes a ton of hard contact. And I think that's the good thing about our game. Here's his home run yesterday. He had just hit one before. And they tried the same pitch. I'm not really sure why. And it was an unusual as a fastball. But he just has the ability to really, really hit the ball hard. 3-0. And I was saying the good thing about our game is you play every day. So if you have a bad day, you can, get up again the next day. The bad thing is you don't get the rest of your laurels very long. Amnesia. Yeah, you go to to go pretty quick.
He's done it again.